Okay, I want to walk you guys through a pretty cool workflow that I've been running right now for a few recruiting firms that they're seeing really good results. So I thought I'd just share the idea of how it works, why it works, and kind of how you guys can use it in your own sort of automation or outbound or whatever it is you're doing. I'll make myself smaller because I'm way too big right now. Oh my God. Cool. So basically what we're doing here is if you look at an organization, a B2B SaaS company, for example, if you're a recruiter, it'd be great to know, okay, who's recently joined the company, but also who has recently left the organization. Because when you can begin to build a picture of how many people have left in the past 6 months on the sales team, for example, you as a recruiter that hires technical or sales talent, so to speak, you can reach out to this company, pay, for example, a lot more consultative, because you can say, look, I saw you guys lost 3 account executives and an SDR over the past few months, XYZ, XYZ, and you can start to put that into your value proposition. So to do that manually is incredibly difficult. So let me walk you through how we can use some automation to do so in a more effective manner. So what I've got here is a very nice n8n workflow. I'll make myself a bit bigger. You can see my nice pretty face. There we go. It's a nice little n8n workflow where pretty much I'm just sharing an example of how it would work. So the trigger would be Slack, CRM or whatever, and it would then basically run this little thing here. So what is this, you might ask? So this is Apify, and we use Apify to pull information from Apollo because it's a lot more cost effective. And what exactly are we doing? Well, I'll show you. So in Apollo, you have the ability to pretty much look at people that were recently at a company. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking for anyone that in sales that used to work for Pay, right? And it's giving me these 58 people. And now, as you can see, actually, sometimes they will still work at Pave. And I'll show you why that is. It's because if someone ever gets a promotion, it will be like a past company. So we need to make sure we're kind of ignoring those false positives. And I'll show you how in a second. So once we use use Apify rather to scrape all of this data, we then get these 65 people, right? But you want to do two things. You want to first find out, only show us those that have left in the past 6 months, because any longer than that, and it may not be as relevant as it would be if it's past 6 months. And also make sure to remove all of the duplicate people as well. So we don't want anyone that got promoted and they're still at the organization. We want people that have left the organization and left in the past 6 months. And I'll show you how that kind of looks like. So when we run this whole automation, what we get here is I'm throwing it into a CSV, but you could put it into Clay, put it into your CRM. Is a list of just a few people right now in Pave that in the past 6 months in the sales department have left. So we've got an account manager, the sales development senior manager, and a salesperson. Oh no, that's their current title now at their current organization. When they used to work at Pave, they were a senior account manager, etc., etc., etc. And just to make sure this actually works, if we click on this, we go into Sahil, we can see that Sahil, he now works at Mapbox as an SDR manager, and he used to work at Pave, and he left it within the past 6 months as this role here. And if we go to another person, Sahil, we'll see a similar thing. He is now at Anrock, as it says there, he's now at Anrock. And we can also see that he used to be a senior account manager, and he left within the past 6 months. So very, very simple flow to show you guys. Essentially, if you're a recruitment firm, it allows you to do a lot of research very, very quickly into an organization to actually see where there may be some potential gaps in their current skill gap, where US can come across more consultative as an advisor and begin to, connect the dots and reach out more relevantly, more personally. Yeah, hope this helps.